In this video, I'm going to try to explain what a reset might look like. Of course, nobody knows what it's going to look like. So take this with a grain of salt. But I'm going to give you guys some of my background of when I was in Maine, when we went to the ice storm in Maine, what happened with that. It's not a reset, but it has something to do with the power being out. Because this digital world we're going into, not going to work when the power goes out, even if it goes out for a short period of time. And trust me, 2 weeks of hell up in Maine during the ice storm, a lot of people didn't have the power. We're going to get into that too. So please, like the video, share the video. Make sure you are subscribed. I'm still looking for Nate S. 4310. If you are Nate S., you have won the giveaway. You have until Monday afternoon videos to email me. I have messaged you on the YouTube comment section, so please check that out. My email link is in every single description as well. If Nate S. 4310 does not email me before Monday's video release, we will pick another winner. There'll be no new entries allowed in this giveaway. If you are entered, you are qualified. No new entries will be accepted for this giveaway. If you want to win giveaways, you must be subscribed for later on. Let's get into the video right now. Dollar reset, or a complete reset of fiat currency, or we're going to go into digital. That's scary. I mean, if you sit back and think, that's scary. Digital currency. They're going to know everything, my friends. You want to be that person that you gotta, you're going to be watched everything you buy. Not because you're buying anything you're not supposed to be buying, but think about what I'm saying here. Think about what's going on. Look at all these store cards, these discount cards. Right? They're tracking exactly what you're buying. You get coupons based on what you buy. Either in your apps from your grocery stores, maybe CVS, maybe Walgreens, maybe Dick's Sporting Goods. I know they have a card too, right? It seems like all these stores have these cards. These discount cards, point cards, whatever. They're tracking you. Plain and simple, they're tracking you exactly what you're buying. They're using that. They're using that data without your really a knowledge that they're using it, because you're getting coupons based on what you bought before. They know your history. Amazon knows your history of what you bought. If you don't believe me, look at your Amazon account if you have your Amazon account. Look up the history of what you bought. They're tracking you. They know exactly what you bought, the date you bought it, and the time you bought it too. It's all tracked. It's all tracked when you put something on a credit card. It's all tracked. It's all part of the new digital system. Scary. What's going to happen? What's going to happen when this is no good? It basically is no good now. It's lost value. When are people going to wake up and realize, and I'm not talking about the viewers watching this, that you guys know, you girls know what's going on. We got to get this information out. Share the videos out. Show them this video. What's really going on behind the scenes. It's not because trying to cause panic here, because that's not what it is. It's your dollar's been eroded over many, many years. Look, silver and gold was way before the gosh darn dollar. Way before the dollar. Silver and gold has been money, say it again, for 5,000 plus years. This has not been around for 5,000 years. Credit cards have not been around for 5,000 years. Your Bitcoin, meme coins, have not been around for 5,000 years. So you want to people want to put money into these Bitcoin, meme coins, the Ponzi schemes. Hoping you're going to get rich overnight. Do some people do? Yeah. But a lot of people take it on the back end and lose. You know, people say, well, you can lose with silver and gold too. Well, yeah, you can. Okay, depending on when you bought it, when you sell it. Again, silver and gold are for the long-term holds. Why is a silver quarter today worth over not $7 yet? It's $6.55 or something like that. The silver value of the quarter. I'll release those numbers tomorrow when we do the 47th Market Watch Report. Yes, 47 weeks in a row tomorrow. That'll be coming out tomorrow morning. It's not because silver's gone up. Your dollar has eroded itself away. That is what's going on. Not because these are worth almost $7. A $0.50 closing in on 14. It's not because that's gone up. It's your dollar has lost value. And when the mainstream people wake up, they're going to run to the banks and get this. Well, I'm telling you, the banks don't have it all. Banks don't have it. What are people going to say? Just some stores today don't even accept cash. They want it all on debit cards and credit cards. We're going digital. What's going to happen when the power goes out? Even for a brief time. I'm not talking a long time. You know, when I was in Maine, we had an ice storm of 98. Look it up if you don't believe me. For the ones that went through that ice storm, let people know in the comment section below. It got Maine bad. It got parts of Eastern Canada really bad. If you're in these sections, you remember what happened, let people know. People were out with power for 2 to 3 weeks, depending on the exact location. Some people got power, lost power again, got power back on, lost power again. It was going on and off with tree branches, and the ice was so thick that year. It was unbelievable. I was working at a little pizza joint, and we didn't lose power in Brunswick, in that section of Brunswick, Maine. We had power. I worked with a little pizza joint called Sam's Italian Sandwich Shop. I was working in the Brunswick store and the Freeport store. At that time, Freeport was mostly out of power. Yarmouth, Maine was almost all out of power. The phones were ringing off the hook for orders. We had lines out the door. People didn't have a lot of cash. Some people didn't even have credit cards. A lot of credit card transactions was going through. We didn't really take checks at the time, but we started taking checks if the check number was over 1,400. You know, taking a chance. License, please. We need your license number on the check and your physical address, exactly where you live. That is how we handled to take checks. I don't think any of these stores had any bounce checks. All right? I don't remember if we had some. We had 1 or 2 that bounced and we got the money back, or whatever the case may have been. Checks are going away from the windows too. People don't write checks these days. Maybe every now and then you see someone write a check. Even at the coin shop, it's normally bank checks we get made out to us. We tell them what the price is, but they go get the bank check because they don't want to deal with cash. It's a lot easier to deal with a bank check. Sometimes we get personal checks if we know the customer. If we know the customer, we will take a personal check at the shop. With that being said, it's all on credit cards. Yes, we still deal with a lot of cash. So it's checks, cash, some credit cards. Yes, there's fees for precious metals on the credit card. And I'll tell you why. Okay, I'll tell you why. The margins are so small on precious metals. We have to charge it. We got to charge a little bit more than the credit card company charges us. That's how it is. We charge 0.5% more than the credit card company charges us. That's just how it goes. It's better to pay in cash. It's better pay by e-check. You know, I do it on eBay. It goes through on the credit card. The customer pays, the seller pays the fees on that. That's one thing great about on eBay. The seller pays the fees on the credit cards. The buyer does not there. That's just how it works there. So moving into this reset, you know, I think people be better off, just my opinion now, people be better off having some silver and gold, physical. When the lights go out, nothing digital is going to work. When the lights go out, this country stops. When the power goes out, the world's going to stop. Don't think it can't happen here. Even for a longer term period. We got to be prepared for everything. And what are people going to do when the dollar really does come flying home and your milk costs 4, 5, 6 times more? Your loaf of bread, 4, 5, 6 times more. Your gallon of gas costs 3, 4, 5 times more. Hyperinflation, my friends, it's coming. You know, these countries are getting away from the dollar. BRICS nations, people think it's a nothing burger. You should be scared as hell with the BRICS. Because we're not part of it. They don't want us. They don't want the United States. They don't want Canada. They don't want the UK. They don't want Australia. They don't want a lot of different other countries. I'm just naming some of the bigger countries out there that the BRICS we probably will never join the BRICS. If we do, we've got to pay a high fee for that. Look, I think what's really going to happen, and I'll say it again, we're going to go be in a bothering world. And it will start off locally. It will start off locally. And I think eventually, if it gets too deep into it, it's going to hurt companies like Walmart, Target, CVS, Walgreens. They might even start taking it too, silver and gold, as payment. And who knows? Another possibility. What happens if China says, we're not shipping you no more stuff? What happens if Asia says, we're not shipping you anymore? What happens if Mexico does join the BRICS and say, the hell with America, we're not shipping you anything either? My friends, we don't make anything here. These countries can come together and give us the magic finger that we all have. And you know what magic finger that is. I'm just trying to be realistic here. Not trying to cause fear, not trying to cause panic. Keep stacking. Check out channel sponsor Pinbacks for those 90% silver deals this week. Last call. Today is July 4th in the afternoon. Last day for the peace dollars and Morgan dollars. Last call on those prices. On the Roosevelt silver dimes, 5 rolls or more. There's your deal right there. You get 5 rolls or more. That will run until this Sunday. Mercury silver dimes, $30 face or more. That deal will run until this Sunday. Washington silver quarters will run 3 rolls or more into the end of next week. You got time on the quarters. You don't have a lot of time on the Mercury dime deal. $30 face or more. Roosevelt silver dimes, to recap, 5 rolls or more. Last call on the Morgan and Peace dollar deal. Last call. Pinbacks has been trying to put silver at the best price in people's hands. And I think they've done a heck of a job doing that. So I commend them for bringing on the board with me. Stop the Milk campaign continues. We got to stop melting down history. Pinbacks don't do it. I don't do it. Shop I work for don't do it. There's not enough of 90% silver to go around. When the people wake up, I guarantee you, the 90% silver will be the first to go. Guaranteed you. I will make that guarantee right there. That'll be the first item you see out the door. Nobody's going to have it. So if there's something you want, if you cannot afford these deals at Pinbacks, I understand it. Michael and Brian understand it. Get to your local coin shops. Pick up a couple dollars face if you can next week. If you can do a buck, $2, you get a couple ounces in it, 240, 280, excuse me, 280 makes 2 ounces of silver. Every $1.40 face is considered as 1 ounce of silver. Get what you can. That's the thing. You don't have to do it in big bulk lots. Don't have to. Look at my friend Sobriety and Silver YouTube channel. He just got what he could get today. I'll post a link to his video from today. He's got a $1.40 face yesterday. Sometimes that's how I get a shop. Small. We get it. We get people don't have a lot of money. I understand that. Sometimes I'm in that same boat too. I don't buy a lot at one time. You folks have seen it. How I've shopped. If you've been with me for a while. I've shown you the sheets. Alright, I got 2 Franklin halves. I got 5 Franklin halves. I got a lot of 10 of 1964 Kennedy halves. I even shown you when I got 5 dimes off of eBay. That's how I have to do it too sometimes. Buy within your means. Don't compare your stack with anybody else's stack. The more you can add to your stack, the better off you're going to be. But don't wear yourself too thin. Don't put yourself in a pickle where you got to sell it because you got too much at one time. I've shown that. And that is the message of this channel. I'm trying to educate people out there. Your stack will grow in time. And I'll say it. I don't know how much time we got left before the dollar goes bye-bye. I don't. It could be any day. Not heard anything really on this Basel III. That's supposed to start here in the country on July 1st. Not really heard any information on that yet. That's still probably too new to come see what that's going to play out. We're at the 4th of July of 2025. Where's silver going to go? Where's gold going to go? Where's platinum going to go in the months ahead? Something we got to keep an eye out. These prices can take off. These prices can drop too. But remember, it's for the long-term hold. Not something you're going to get rich off of. And I'm just telling you the truth. These videos out here, oh, you only need 9 ounces of silver to retire. Bull crap. Bull crap. If you believe that, then I feel sorry for you. I mean, that's not going to happen that way, my friends. 9 ounces of silver. Even if it got up to $500 an ounce. That ain't going to make you rich. You may be a little bit better off, but what is everything else going to cost? What is that loaf of bread going to cost? That gallon of milk? That gallon of gasoline? Your insurance on your house? Your insurance on your car? You get the picture. If you folks have any questions for me about silver, gold, or platinum, how to stack, what should you stack? Look, I don't have the magic crystal ball. I try to stack a little bit of everything in the silver line. That is what I try to do. I don't have all the answers. I don't. You know, maybe I made mistakes too. I could have. But it is what it is. I mean, you're stacking ounces. You got to look at your stack as in ounces, not in fiat currency of what it's worth. Because when that fiat currency goes to really monopoly money, you got a lot of fiat currency stuff in the bank somewhere. And it really is worthless. You could have had that in silver and gold. Coin Shop Chris is out. We will see you later.